श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक उवाच
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
सद्बुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
सदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने
अन्तर्भयानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने।
श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक उवाच
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
सदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
तदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने
अन्तर्भाव्यानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने।
श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक उवाच
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
सदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
तदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने
अन्तर्भायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने।
श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक
श्रीशुक
उवाच
उवाच
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
नमः परस्मै
पुरुषाय
पुरुषाय भूयसे
सदुद्भावस्थाननिरोधलीलया
सदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने
अन्तर्भावायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने। श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक उवाच
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय भूयसे
तदुद्भावस्थाननिरोधलीलया
सदुद्भवस्थाननिरोधलीलया
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
गृहीतशक्तित्रितयाय देहिनाम्
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने
अन्तर्भवायानुपलक्ष्य वर्त्मने। Translation purport by Sri Grace Charnaranda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय।
Ignorance. Sri Shuka Uvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said,
श्रीशुक उवाच श्रीशुकदेव गोस्वामी said,
Nama, offering obeisances.
Nama, offering obeisances.
Parasmai, the Supreme.
Parasmai, the Supreme.
Purushaya, personality of Godhead.
Purushaya, personality of Godhead.
Bhuyase, unto the complete whole.
Bhuyase, unto the complete whole.
Sad Udbhava, the creation of the material world.
Sad Udbhava, the creation of the material world.
Sthana, its maintenance.
Sthana, its maintenance.
Nirodha, and its winding up.
Nirodha, and its winding up.
Leelaya, by the pastime of.
Leelaya, by the pastime of.
Grihita, having accepted.
Grihita, having accepted.
Shakti, power.
Shakti, power.
Trithayaya, three modes.
Tritayaya, three modes.
Dehinam, of all who possess material bodies.
Dehinam, of all who possesses material bodies.
Anthabhavaya, unto he who resides within.
Antapaya, unto he who resides within.
Anupalakshya, inconceivable.
Anupalaksha, inconceivable.
Vartmane, one who has such ways.
Vartmane, one who has such ways.
Translation, please repeat after me. Shukadeva Goswami said,
Sukadev Goswami said,
let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
who for the creation of the material world
who for the creation of the material world
accepts the three modes of nature.
accepts the three modes of nature.
He is the complete whole,
He is the complete whole,
residing within the body of everyone,
residing within the body of everyone,
and his ways are inconceivable.
and his ways are inconceivable.
Purport.
Purport. This material world is a manifestation of the three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And the Supreme Lord, for the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material world, accepts three predominating forms as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankara, Shiva. As Vishnu, he enters into every body materially created. As Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, he enters into every universe. And as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, he enters the body of every living being. Lord Shri Krishna, being the origin of all Vishnu Tattvas, is addressed here as Parapuman or Purushottama, as described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.18. He is the complete whole. The Purusha avatars are therefore his plenary expansions. Bhakti Yoga is the only process by which one can become competent to know him. Because the empiric philosophers and mystic yogis cannot conceive of the personality of Godhead, he is called Anupalaksha Vartmane, the Lord of the inconceivable.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Lord of the inconceivable way of Bhakti Yoga or Bhakti Yoga.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखां करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. हरि ओम तत्सत्. Very beautiful words. How Sukadeva Goswami is starting when he started to speak, how he is taking from the top, offering obeisances in the parampara. Yesterday we heard that when we speak of Lord Krishna's pastimes or his instructions, at that time we have to be off from the four defects of the conditioned nature. For that we have to be connected to the parampara. And here by living example, Srila Sukadeva Goswami is beginning.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatripatamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragramatarine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarane. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are seeing amazing verses. In the previous verse, we saw that Sukadeva Goswami is systematically remembering Lord Krishna before he starts speaking about the creation. Parikshit Maharaj is asking about creation. So, in the purport earlier, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that just talking only the katha of Krishna is not just Krishna katha. Also, we have to inquire about his creation. Everything, how the living entities or his marginal energy, how the external energy functions, how he created it. So we should scientifically know the magnanimity of the Supreme Lord to understand him properly. So the katha which we are asking about, the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Krishna book and in other places in Bhagavatam, his dealings with the devotees in Vrindavan. Same way, also his equally important is the creation pastime. So how the entire creation happened? So this is what is the question of Parikshit to Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami wants to speak about it. So as yesterday we saw that systematically he prayed to the Acharya Parampara. So Sukadeva Goswami hears from his spiritual master Vyasadeva and his father. And then Vyasadeva heard from Narada, and Narada heard from Brahma. And Brahma personally directly saw Krishna, Vishnu, and he instructed him. So this we will be seeing in the third canto, third canto especially. We'll see that how Narada is asking Brahma, and Brahma is telling how Lord told about creation, how everything was created, how many universes are created. So how this particular universe, single universe is created. Within this universe, how creation happens. Outside the universe, how creation happens. Everything is there. So that's called Sarga and Visarga, means primary creation and secondary creation. So Brahma does the secondary creation within the universe, and the primary creation is the main ingredients which are available globally, and that is created by the Supreme Lord. Even within the universe, Brahma doesn't create, he is empowered by the Supreme Lord to create. So these kind of things, it comes through Acharya Parampara. One should not speak whimsically how creation happened. So imaginary explanation should never be there. So we should be empowered. So Sukadeva Goswami starts praying to the Supreme Lord. Systematically, he's remembering. So in the previous verse, we saw that, and now we see that Sukadeva Goswami is offering obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he is calling the Supreme Personality of Godhead as another word is Purushottama. So here, Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport that the Lord is Parapuman. So here, Parapuman. Para means outside the material creation. Okay. Pumsa generally means human, but Puman means Uttama Purusha. Human is there, but supreme person. Person, but supreme person. We all are personalities, right? Each of us is an individual person. But what is the difference? Krishna is also a person. But what is the difference? He is supreme person. So Purusha, but Uttama Purusha. So he say Purushottama. See, another name for Krishna is Purushottama, or Jagannath is also called Purushottama, and Jagannath Puri is called Purushottama Kshetra. The residence of the Purushottama, the supreme person's residence, the supreme abode, Dhamma. So here, Sukadeva Goswami saying, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Purushottama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parapuman, who for the creation of the material world accepts three modes of nature. So he is complete whole residing within a body of everyone. So he is actually complete whole outside the creation also. And within the creation, he is residing within the body of everyone. At the same time, in every atom also, his methodologies are inconceivable. One cannot conceive him so easily. He is so magnanimous. Even his creation becomes inconceivable. There are millions and millions of universes. Koti Prapanjas. They say the Brahmandas or Prapanjas, the Koti. And in the Koti, only one Prapanja we are there, one Brahmanda. And in the one Brahmanda, there are 14 planetary systems. In the 14 planetary system, we are in the earthly planetary system. Within the earthly planetary system, there are many, 7 islands and 7 oceans. And in that, there is Jambudvipa. In that, there is Bharatavarsha is very small. And that has many islands. And then we have the small India. And in India, there is one city. And we don't even know our city properly. We don't even know our home or our area properly. What to speak of the universe? So such magnanimous creation is inconceivable. And creation is inconceivable, then how can the creator be conceivable? The creator is inconceivable. So this material world is a manifestation of 3 modes. Material energy. There are 3 modes of material nature. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. We are not the body. We are not part of the Jada creation. We are not dead. We are alive. So the life, spirit, soul belongs to a nature which is above the three modes of material nature. So the basic principle is we are not the matter, we are spirit, soul. So when in that conception only we should see everything. First, we should know our identity properly. So our identity is, I'm not this body, I'm spirit, soul. I'm eternal servant of Krishna. I'm Jiva. I'm the living force within the body. And even the body gets destroyed, I don't get destroyed. I live further. And I am given another body. In this way, I travel in various missions. Like when I'm school, my parents may give me a cycle. When I go to college, my parents may give me a scooty. And when I go to my workplace, I may get a car and I may travel in it. In this way, I may change my vehicle, but the person who's driving it is the same. Same way, I may have various bodies like dog or cat or demigod or tree or human, male or female, American, Indian, various types of bodies I may acquire, but a personality within that body, that machine or the vehicle is me, who is not changing. And my duty is, what is my duty? The car may have an engine, the car may have various parts, depending upon what the car is, whether you're driving a truck or a bicycle, it differs. The bodily parts may differ from an insect to a human, but all of them are undergoing three modes of three gunas: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Same way, I have various bodies, but the bodies may undergo, but I am transcendental to the three modes. Transcendental means above the three modes of material nature. So this material world is the manifestation. Here Prabhupada starts by saying goodness, passion, and ignorance, and this is the material creation. So people may ask that you want to be in Sattva Guna or Raja Guna and Tama Guna? And most of the people will answer Sattva Guna or Sattva Guna. No, all three are material nature. I'm beyond the three modes. I want to be in Sutta Sattva, or divine nature. My nature is divine. Jivera Swarupa Hoi, Krishnera Nityada, Satya, Chit and Ananda, eternity, knowledge and bliss. I never die. So that is eternity. And knowledge is, I'm full of knowledge. I don't have ignorance. I don't have forgetfulness. I have forgetfulness because I'm considering myself to be the body. And I'm very seriously acting on it. I'm making plans on it. I'm constructing my kingdom on it. I'm investing my faith and energy, intelligence, and planning and execution, everything on a wrong principle that I'm the body. And then when it is shaken, then I'm totally broken. So why we get devastated? Why we undergo depression? Why we undergo is because we are building on top of a wrong principle. The right principle is, I'm not this body, I'm spirit, soul, I'm eternal servant of Krishna, and I'm eternally living. I don't have death, birth, old age, and disease. I change bodies. I travel in vehicles, but I'm outside of this vehicle. So and then I have a duty of loving Krishna. This is my basic principle. I have to love. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. This is my principal duty. When I start doing it, then everything falls into place. So here, Srila Prabhupada continues to say in the prayer which is offered by Sukadeva Goswami, the material world is a manifestation of three modes of the material nature: the Supreme Lord, the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material world, accepts predominating from. So three guna avatars. So in material world, how many gunas are there? Three gunas are there: goodness, passion, and ignorance. In Sanskrit, it is called as Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. This is the material nature. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead also maintains the material world. So he takes these three gunas, he takes three guna avataras. So the three guna avataras are predominating forms: Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma is in charge for passion. He is not under passion, but alone. He also has Sattva Guna, but he is in charge. Brahma is in charge for passion. Vishnu is in charge for goodness. And Shankara, Shiva, is in charge for, Vishnu is in charge for goodness and Shankara is in charge for ignorance. Shiva is in charge for darkness, ignorance, laziness, all these things, all those Asuras and Rakshasas worship him. The people who are in Sattva-guna, like demigods and all, worship Vishnu. And then Brahma, who want to achieve something, do tapasya and acquire various varadan from Brahma and achieve things. Passionate people worship Brahma. So they three are guna avatars of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord empowers them. And so Vishnu is direct expansion. But otherwise, Shankara is empowered with in charge for ignorance or jada, non-moving things, jada or ignorance. And Brahma is in charge for passion, action. We can say karma, action, all these comes under Brahma. As Vishnu, he enters into everybody materially created. Every single body has Paramatma within us. So the body is not moving because the soul is there. The body is moving because the soul is there. And the soul is desiring to move the hand, move the leg, speak something. And the Lord is sanctioning as Paramatma, Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Only when the Supreme Lord sanctions, the mouth can speak, even if the soul is there. For example, a person has a mouth and the soul is there, the body is there, but he may be deaf or dumb. He's not able to speak. He may be paralyzed. He cannot move the hand. So we may say that soul is there. Why the hand is not moving? Why the mouth is not speaking? Is because Paramatma is not sanctioning. Paramatma is not sanctioning that. That is why it is not happening. Have you brought it? You had?
Yeah.
So Paramatma is not sanctioning. So the Lord is there in everybody's body as Paramatma, and he is Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. The Vishnu, Kshira means milk. Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu means the Vishnu who is lying down in the milk ocean. And he's the one who is expanding as Paramatma in everybody's heart. And next is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. He enters into every universe, and as Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, he enters into living beings. So first the material creation happens, then from Mahavishnu. Then Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu comes from Garbha. Garbha means the navel. You know, the Garbha is somebody is pregnant, we say they are Garbha. The navel, no, we have a navel hole in our tummy, and that is Garbha Udaka Sai Vishnu. From that Garbha Udaka, Garbha, came the Brahma. Lotus comes, and the lotus sprouts, on top of it Brahma is born. So Brahma's father, mother, everybody is Vishnu only. So the Lord is that called Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So first comes Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu or Karanodaka Sai Vishnu we call, comes Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu you can easily remember because from his Garbha comes a lotus, and then Brahma is born. And after Brahma is born, Brahma is used for creation of the universe, and Vishnu himself expands as in the milk ocean. He goes and lies down as Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So there are 3 Vishnu expansions and 3 Guna avatars. So these 3 are Guna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankara. And 3 Purusha avatars, which are Mahavishnu or Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So all two are mentioned here, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So this milk ocean Vishnu, in order for maintenance, he is entering into every atom in the universe, and he is also entering into everybody's heart, and we call him as Paramatma. There is Atma and there is Paramatma within our body. Lord is a constant companion and the best friend for us. Only thing is we are unconscious of him. So this Krishna conscious movement is to make us aware that God, Lord is the best friend and the constant companion of us. At the same time, we worship that Krishna who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is in Goloka, whose plenary expansion is this Vishnu. So this Vishnu is not our primary worshipable Lord, but he is our best friend. But our primary worshipable Lord is Krishna. So the source of Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, or source of this Paramatma, is whom we are supposed to worship. Who is Krishna? 3 bended form, the blackish Krishna, bluish blackish Shyama Sundara with the peacock feather. So this Krishna, of course, Jagannath we worship also, who is all non-different from Krishna. And of course, we worship Lord Chaitanya, who is non-different from Krishna. In this way. So Lord Sri Krishna, being the origin of Vishnu Tattvas, is addressed as Parapuman or Purushottama. As I told you, Jagannath is always called Purushottama. Jagannath Puri is called Purushottama Kshetra. So Jagannath is Krishna himself. So Lord Jagannath is our worshipable Lord. And of course, three-bended form also is our worshipable Lord. So this Purushottama, the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Purushottama Yoga. So the Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter talks about the Jagannath Purushottama, about his abode, where he's living, how he's living, how the living entities who are transcendental, who are beyond the, Jada, beyond, who have loved the Supreme Lord are living in that world. And so all that is mentioned in 15th chapter. It's a very small chapter, but beautiful chapter. Description of the Supreme Lord and the Jiva and the abode of the Supreme Lord. Goloka. You want to know the definition of Goloka, where it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, the 15th chapter is where you can find it. So he is the complete whole. The Purushottama, Krishna, of course, Gauranga is the Purushottama or Parapuman. So he's the source of all Vishnu Tattvas. And he's also source of all Guna avatars, these three, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Sattva, Rajoguna, Tamoguna avatars, and then Kshirodhaka Vishnu, Garbhodhaka Vishnu, Karanodhaka Vishnu. So for all of them, Krishna is the source, Parapuman. So that Supreme Lord is what Sukadev Goswami is offering obeisances and praying. So he is the complete whole Purusha. So Purusha avatars. So Purusha avatars, earlier what we saw is Guna avatars, these three, Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Satoguna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankara. And Purusha avatars is Karanodhaka Vishnu, Garbhodhaka Vishnu and Kshirodhaka Vishnu. There, these Purusha avatars are also his plenary expansions. And Bhakti Yoga is the only process by which one can complete it. So how will we know? How will we know? How he is inconceivable. In the prayer itself, it is mentioned Krishna is inconceivable. Now, how will I conceive him? I'm already in conditioned state. I'm within this body. And I understood now from Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj that, and from all the books and scriptures, I'm understanding that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. But he is inconceivable because he is the source of Gunavatar. He's the source of... So many people in the material world in India, when you speak, you ask who's God, they will say that three gods are there. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Many will say that. Trimurti. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, and they are in charge for creation, maintenance and destruction. Like this, many will say, because they cannot conceive beyond it. But we are talking about the source of this Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, who is Krishna. So how it is conceivable? Even Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is non-conceivable. But how it is conceivable? Bhaktyamam abhijanati. By love, the Supreme Lord comes under control. And the love for God, Bhagavan, is there. And the love which you give for Bhagavan is called Bhakti. The person who gives this love is called Bhakta. Bhaga means a person with 6 opulences, incomplete, in full opulence. He is in full opulence of the 6 opulence. So that Bhagavan on whom you are spending your love, you're showing your love, then it is called Bhakti. And then the person who does that is called Bhakta. And the process which you do, how to systematically do it, not whimsically, sentimentally, foolishly. No. According to proper science, that it's a science. Bhakti Yoga is a science. So it's a yoga. That Bhakti Yoga is the only process with which one can become competent to know that inconceivable Supreme Lord can be known. Bhakti, through Bhakti Yoga. And it's very sweet. Bhakti Yoga is very sweet to perform. And the same process, when you liberate also, you do the same process. There are other yoga processes, like breathing, this, that, and meditation and everything. But that process is different and the achievement is different. But here in Bhakti Yoga, you are supposed to love the Lord now. And even when you get liberated, you are supposed to love, you will love the Lord. And when you go to Goloka also, you love the Lord. Here also you will serve the Lord, and when you go back home, back to Godhead, or you develop prema also, you love the Lord, you serve the Lord. So the same process. Bhakti was very beautiful, because the empiric philosophers and mystic yogis, so here the other two yoga systems are compared, empiric philosophy and mystic yogi, they cannot conceive the personality of Godhead. They cannot. Only by Bhakti. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. There are other yoga. Krishna didn't say jnaniyam abhijanati. Jana means will get to know me. Abhijanati means they'll come to know me. in full, in complete. They'll know me nicely. My activities, my how will I talk, how will I walk, I will interact with them, I love them, I'll also reciprocate with them. We will have a beautiful relationship with my devotee, I'll have. But who will know? Only Bhakti Yogi will know. But Jnana Yogi or Ashtanga Siddhi Yogi, Dhyana Yogi, they cannot know me, cannot conceive the personality of Godhead. So he is called Anupalakshya Vartmane. Anupalakshya Vartmane. The Lord of the inconceivable way. Means there is a way, that is all Bhakti Yoga. This is Bhakti Yoga is promoted by Srimati Radharani, who's the internal potency of the Lord, who can satisfy the Lord to the maximum and bring pleasure to him. That supreme energy of the Lord, which is internal potency of the Lord, gave 9 methodologies, 9 processes. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. 9 processes for Bhakti Yoga. Of course, Bhakti Yoga has many intricacies, 64 Angas of Bhakti and other things, which you can see in Nectar of Devotion and all that. Many sweet, you walking in front of Rath Yatra, pulling the Rath, dancing in front of the deities, singing in front of the deities, eating the prasadam, remembering him, thinking. So many sweet relationship exchanges are called Bhakti Yoga. And it has many details, but primarily classified in 9 processes, which is promoted even in Mayapur, Navadvip Dham, is each of the island represent one loving interchange with the Supreme Lord. Hearing about the Supreme Lord. For example, there are 2 lovers. I'm talking about pure means kind of decent love, not 2 days. There is a movie came as Love Today. So I'm not talking about that kind of so-called thing. But some genuine affection between a mother and son. Let us take a child is born after a long time to the mother. So the mother would like to hear about the child. The child is studying somewhere else. How is he? Sachimata asked, how is my son? I'll come to know better when he is in Puri. If he goes to Vrindavan, I cannot hear about him properly. So this is a genuine, in the material world, you cannot find genuine affection at all. It will become failure. You try. You think when any living entity to living entity, the affection can never be truthful. Pure love cannot be there. Only with Supreme Lord and the Jiva, pure love can be there. And after we get Guru and Krishna, then within Vaishnavas, there can be true love. That love which comes through Krishna, we can become true love. But otherwise, it is impossible in the material world to have Jiva to Jiva connection. It is not possible. So, but at the same time, there can be genuine relationship among Vaishnavas. That is possible. Like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, 6 Goswamis, Acharyas, Prabhupada and his Guru Maharaj, we and our Guru Maharaj. We won't be duplicious to our Guru Maharaj, right? So these relationships are very sweet and true. Otherwise, there is no proof. So, so the inconceivable Lord can be known through Bhakti Yoga, which is with 9 processes. And the Navadvip Dhama represent these 9 processes. Many things can be spoken about Bhakti Yoga. It's unlimited. So with this, we can complete. Om Tat Sat. So if you have any questions, comments, you can ask.
Please share with us. 5.
Thank you very much.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the associations. We'll resume back tomorrow sharp at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnav Pranam. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Premanande.